Hello and welcome back to CBR MTG. We are at GP Sydney 2018 once again. I'm joined here, this is Angus Mackay, I'm joined here by Nicholas Fennell.
Hello, it's me.
And we're watching some legacy action with Adrian Preston on Food Chain versus Jerry Moo on Mono White Stacks. Food Chain, how does it work?
Basically, Food Chain is a 3-mana enchantment, I'm pretty sure.
It's some amount of mana, that's for sure.
It's an enchantment that it's 3-mana enchantment.
Yeah.
I got the thumbs up, so it's correct. That lets you exile a creature on the battlefield and you gain X mana, where X is its CMC plus 1. Mm-hmm. Basically, it combos with Mist-Hollow Griffin, where you can cast that from exile.
Yep.
So you exile it, and then you cast it again, and you're gaining 1 mana each time, so you have infinite mana. Mm-hmm. And then you can cast Walking Blister and kill him, or however you want to win. Yeah. You can just exile a bunch of Mist-Hollow Griffins and cast them all and swing in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. Pop quiz for you, Nick. Is Food Chain a mana ability?
It definitely is. You cannot Pithing Needle, or you can Pithing Needle it, but it will not do nothing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people on the weekend get caught out by it. It's the same sort of thing. Look, here we are. But we're seeing a very shiny mono white stacks deck on Jerry's side, and this Chalice on Zero is very aggressive.
Yeah.
In the blind, I'm wondering like what he could be facing up against.
Sure.
Or if he's just playing it because he doesn't want to play it on turn 2.
Did he have another one in hand? I couldn't.
He quite possibly could have. That would make sense.
He could have just thought, whatever.
Could get him. It doesn't get too many people, but it could get some. So
yeah, to be fair, maybe he was worried about someone else's Chalice.
Yeah, look, maybe he's just turning on his Mox
Zero.
Opal. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's a good way to get him, to be fair.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a straight up classic legacy play with the turn 1 Deathrite Shaman on Adrian's side. Adrian's deck is mostly just sort of bug value, right? And then it just has a combo win con.
Yeah, it's bug value, basically, as you said, and you're just drawing cards, hoping to get Food Chain as quick as possible, and then go off.
Yeah. You
do have some cards which, in any other deck, would be bad, which is you can search through your library and exile, is it 3 cards? And then you draw a card. Yeah. But you can exile 3 Mist-Hollow Griffins, and then be able to play them.
Yeah, exactly. We're seeing possibly a reason why Jerry wanted to play out that Chalice as soon as possible, because he's just going to lead up with the Trinisphere. So not a great combo together, but still, you know, that's 2 lock pieces. Definitely showing off the stacks quality of this deck with the powering up with Ancient Tomb. Yeah,
exactly. And he also is playing Smokestack, so maybe he just wanted something to sacrifice to it.
Yeah, cool.
Sacrifice the Chalice on 0.
That'll do it. That'll do it. We're seeing a Sylvan Library on Adrian's side, paying exactly 3 for it, thanks to Deathrite Shaman.
It's the power of Deathrite Shaman and Legacy. These Food Chain decks going crazy.
Oh my god. Paying for Trinisphere, this is insanity. But yeah, so definitely just squeezing out those value plays with the turn 1 Deathrite, the turn 2 Sylvan Library. It just looks like a nice, fair deck, but could get ya.
Yeah, it definitely becomes unfair very quickly, and then pretty much the game's over.
I see a moat in Jerry's hand.
There is a moat in Jerry's hand, which is not very good against all these flyers in Adrian's deck.
Yeah,
I think Baleful Strix and Mist-Hollow Griffin, I think they're the main ones you want to look out for.
Yeah.
So if he plays a moat, it's not very good.
Stops Eternal Scourge, though, so that's the important thing. This could quite possibly be Tanglewire, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's Tanglewire,
yeah. Tanglewire just so good in these builds, because, like... I mean, if you accidentally catch yourself out, you could tap a Trinisphere and turn it off. But you know, you can tap Tanglewire, you can tap Chalice, and it's literally no downside for you.
I just remembered why this match is a bit long. There are a lot of judge calls in this match. The first one getting the Oracle text for Tanglewire, because I think it doesn't include enchantment under the things you can tap.
Yeah, you can't tap enchantments usually. Usually when things ask you to tap stuff, they don't ask you to tap Planeswalker or enchantments, because there's no downside to doing that.
Yeah.
So we'll get the Oracle text off that. We're gonna pull off the Sylvan Library. We do see a Walking Ballista in Adrian's hand off this Sylvan Library. One of the win cons for this deck. So as you said before, Mist-Hollow Griffin and Food Chain being infinite mana, and then you just make a Walking Ballista for a million. He will not be able to cast that for 0, that's for sure.
He just wants that Strix, I think. Or is he? No, he's taking 4 life.
He's taking 4.
So yeah, he wants that Strix, I guess, to try and start getting some damage in.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's still some lands in the graveyard, so it's not unreasonable at all to just want to play out this Strix just to draw an extra card.
But unfortunately, you can't play it for a while Tenguai's still out.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be super hard. I mean, I guess it's pretty interesting that he decided to take the damage off Sylvan Library, even though he's got no plays this
Or did he take the Force of Will as well? Oh, but Trinisphere.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, he'd still have to pay.
Yeah, so he might not be remembering that Trinisphere says pay 3.
Oh, no, you left the Force Will there. That's
okay,
fine.
Sure.
There's Food Chain.
There's Food Chain. So he does have parts of the combo ready to go. He does have the win con, and he has the... and I believe that card on top was the one that exiles the...
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
But he's nearly assembled the combo, and he's done it pretty quickly and pretty well.
Yes, the power of Sylvan Library.
Yeah, that's true.
Your green draw 3 card spells are very good. Oh, there you go. Having the Chalice on 0, I guess, is good for Tenguai.
Yeah, there we go. He's figured it out all along.
Don't tap the Trinisphere, though, because it turns it off.
Oh, dear. So we'll see what's coming out of this. There's definitely going to be playing it nice and slow for a couple of turns, just while this... So
he has another Trinisphere in hand and a Crucible of Worlds. Don't point it away from the camera, no.
The card that we're thinking of is Foresight. It's a sorcery speed, 1 in blue. Search your library for 3 cards, exile them, then shuffle your library. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep.
I think that's a smokestack that's just come down.
Ooh, alright. We're going to start tapping things. We're going to start exiling. Going to start sacrificing things.
Going to start stacking triggers.
Going to start stacking some triggers. Tanglewire and Smokestack still work pretty well together as well, because that can be like the first thing that you get rid of.
Exactly. Well, you want them to sack first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they do work well together, which is pretty good in this mono-white prison deck.
Yeah, I've definitely seen nothing like it. It looks like we may see one of Jerry's win cons coming out as well with this Inkmoth Nexus. Can win in a mere 10 turns. There's no way to bump it. There's nothing to do with it. It's just exactly a clock.
And they're just discussing order of triggers.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to sacrifice anything, so he wants to put the sacrifice trigger first. And then he wants to do the counter off, and then the...
Yep, completely reasonable.
And the tap, and then the counter on.
Yep, so all good Magic players know that it's up to the active player to choose their triggers and how they're stacked, and it's up to the non-active player to argue with the active player over what's the best way to do it. We see some of the cards in Jerry's hand, the Crucible of Worlds, another Trinisphere, and the Moat that we saw before, possibly just... He's definitely stifled for mana, so he's not going to be able to cast that Moat anytime soon, but
no.
It's probably not really a priority for him anyway.
I think now he probably
before.
just wants to Blink Moth him to death.
Yeah, look. Crucible's not really a good strategy either. I mean, he might... If he has any... Well, I mean...
Well, it helps with Smokestack, because you just sack a land and then bring it back every turn.
Yeah, that's an absolutely good point. He might just want to take this turn off to play the Crucible, because he's not going to be able to activate Inkmoth and play a thing because of Trinisphere. So
there's the Crucible.
He seems to be agreeing with us. Just playing the Crucible out. He's going to start sacrificing some lands and then bring them back, which is completely reasonable. And then hopefully we'll start swinging him with the Inkmoth anytime soon. So here we are with the stacking of the triggers again.
Yep. And he wants to stack him the opposite way now, basically. He wants to stack him in the
so
most inconvenient way for Adrian.
Yeah, sure. So sacrifice the thing first and then start tapping.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's reasonable. It's going to be very hard for Adrian to push through here. He doesn't have a lot of instant, his win cons in the form of enchantments and the abilities on those enchantments, and then one creature. So it's not going to be a lot of fun for him. So it's going to be pretty hard for him to push through this, but it's not impossible.
No. And luckily, he has all the combo pieces, so he could think about maybe sacking. Well, again, I don't. Yeah, so he's going to sack the library. Yep. Sack the library. Tap the Deathrite, and now he can cast Food Chain.
Yeah, at least we're nearly there. Yep. We're nearly there. So unfortunately,
but he needs to do it before the smokestack gets out of hand.
Yeah, and what's the CMC of Miss Hologriffin?
I think it's 4 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
If only we had some sort of computer to look it up on.
No, look, that's not for us.
That's future talk.
No, I was just wondering because I thought it might have been 4, but if it was 3, then he would be able to cast it after this. It is 2 blue for a 3/3 flying creature you may cast from exile. So
he
we're
could
not
get
casting
Eternal
for a little
Scourge
while.
though.
Yeah,
which is 3 mana, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, we're not out of the woods yet. We still have to see Jerry being very confident with his showing of the camera. Thank you, Jerry. But yeah, we can absolutely play this.
Yeah, I think you just go for it.
Food chain, but like he does have that abrupt decay in hand. He could start popping off some smokestacks if it's gonna get a bit too risky for him, because it is gonna start just sacrificing a bunch of stuff. Like Jerry has the option to just sacrifice the smokestack to stop it from happening, but he's gonna try and wipe Adrian's board first.
Yeah, that is true. But I reckon, yeah, just go straight for the food chain.
Yeah, look, I mean, you can sack the Death Ray Charm and you can sack the land and then just abrupt decay the smokestack to stop the madness from continuing, but he really needs to like get to 4 mana, and it's going to be pretty hard.
Yeah, it is going to be a bit hard for him.
Yeah, so we're going to
stack triggers correctly.
Stack our triggers again. Yep.
So
we're going to tap our Tangawar first and then sacrifice it.
Yep.
Completely reasonable. We'll see. Being out of being out of blue, he's not able to play any ancient. The land that gets artifacts from the graveyard to the battlefield, the Academy Ruins.
Academy Ruins, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be forced to.
I don't know. I don't think he runs it now. Yeah, because he doesn't have the blue.
Yeah. So being mono white, he's still a little bit stifled for lands. Not able to cast that moat, even if he wanted to, even if his heart dreamt of it.
Yeah, I definitely think he wouldn't want to at this point.
Yeah, look, it's just not
once
worth
you know
it
they're
at
on
this
food
point
chain.
Anyway. Yeah, and another prison artifact piece coming down. Obviously, our breadth of knowledge of this tier deck mono white stacks coming through. We might just play out this abrupt decay at this point, but yeah, may pay 3. No, we're just going to play this Eternal Scourge. All right,
there we go. He's got the piece.
Combo's assembled.
He has infinite mana, and here we go.
Yeah, look, so he can just keep flashing this back as many times as he wants.
Yep.
It's just explaining the combo. So he now has infinite mana. He will have to pay at least 3 for this Walking Ballista. I think he's going to opt to pay 10,000. And we'll see how Jerry responds, but I think it almost might be scoop time.
Yep, certainly is.
Yep, cool, fair enough. Yeah, so that was pretty good. I mean, Eternal Scourge, the correct amount of mana for
yes, he was very lucky that it came down before Smokestack just wrecked his board.
Yeah, absolutely. So he ended up taking that one out pretty successfully. Good showing of food chain. Now we'll go on to sideboards. See a lot of different options coming from Adrian's side. Don't know if he has a lot of options. This is not a huge card in this archetype, but looks like there's that a new card from Ixalan coming to the front, and
yeah, I can't remember what that card is now. He pointed it out to me on the day, and now I've forgotten what it is.
It's too spicy. That's the problem. So we're seeing a couple of Thought Seizers, and that engineered explosives, if he can get it down, could be very good. And we'll see what happens. I definitely think bringing in the Thought Seize would be a good idea.
And maybe bring in Pithing Needle. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard to say. Probably not from anything you saw on Jerry's side.
Yeah, he might just be trying to play it safe and not play any sort of Pithing Needle just in case it doesn't actually have a target.
Yeah.
He's just gonna possibly wind down his combo a little bit.
He's bringing Pithing Needle.
Okay, fair enough. He's taking out engineered explosives. He must think that. I mean,
I
guess
he took it out. Okay, yeah, fair. He's taking it.
I guess it's gonna be very hard for you to cast those big spells. Like, that's 5 mana if you want to get rid of all of his 3 drops, and that also gets rid of food chains. So like, I guess everything has to really come together for you to get rid of Jerry's big prison pieces.
And Adrian seeing Chalice, I think he's taking out some of his 1-drops.
Yeah,
a few brainstorms.
Decent plan. We'll see what comes out of it. Fortunately, we're not saying what's coming out of Jerry's side, but I can only presume a bunch of prison pieces.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Well, I think seeing food chain, I think you would just take out the moats because they're not going to do anything.
Yep.
Just
Jerry's not looking at trying to get some incremental value of his little non-flying creatures. Pretty sure the only non-flying creature he has is Deathrat Shaman and I guess Eternal Scourge and Walking Ballista, but yeah, not necessarily worth having the moat, especially because it was so stifled for double white. He might have just not wanted to get done by it again, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I don't know, it depends how familiar he is with food chain.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the most played in the format. And when I first played it, I had no idea what was going on. I just knew I lost very quickly.
Yeah, yeah. That's a perilous voyage coming out of the
Yes.
Ixalan as well. A interesting new card. We'll see if it shows off for him. But it's for anyone who doesn't know, it's an instant for 1 and blue. Return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand. If its converted mana cost is 2 or less, scry 2.
Okay, so just a bounce everything spell, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it
seems fair.
bounces everything.
And maybe scry 2.
It's interesting that he's choosing that over possibly like an Echoing Truth or an Into the Royal, but probably Into the Royal is not very good because he's pretty low to the ground. He doesn't want to pay that kicker cost, making it a 4 mana bounce draw a card.
And like the value of maybe scrying 2 off bouncing a Chalice is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Especially in a combo deck.
Yeah, exactly. You got to think about the cards that that wreck you in this matchup. You know, like if he's bouncing any Chalices, he's doing it because he needs to. But if he can get that incremental value off the scry, then hey, all the power to him.
And just bouncing any other prison pieces, it seems very good to just bounce anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're not going to bounce something and go, I wish I could scry off that. You know, it's just like
Bouncing
thank
a
God I
Tangle
bounced the
Wire
thing.
would be very good, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just at the end of Jerry's turn.
Yep. Bounce your own Walking Ballista.
Yeah.
You don't control. Forget about it.
Oh no!
Oh no! The value.
Jerry would have to take control of the Walking Ballista.
my idiotic hypothetical has fallen apart in front of our eyes. But we'll see. We'll see if we do go on a perilous voyage. I'm hoping so. I think I saw a nimble obstructionist in his hand as well.
Ah, yes, I saw that as well.
Yeah, there
just
it is
a flash creature with the upside of maybe being able to stifle something.
Yep.
And draw a card.
If you decide to cycle it, yeah, you can counter a triggered or activated ability, which is very interesting to see in Legacy. But hey, look, if it works.
Jerry's hand has turn 2 Chalice? Turn 1 Chalice, that's a Mox
Diamond. Yeah, we see a Mox Diamond
in
in there, so we can go turn 1 Chalice on 1. Going any, like, in Legacy, God, doesn't really matter what deck it is. If you're doing Chalice on 1, you're probably, like, feeling pretty good about it.
Turn 1 Chalice on 1 into turn 2 Trinispheres. That's,
Yeah, look, it's the absolute combo. The dream, the dream. Not a whole lot else happening there, but it might be enough. Like, if you just stop your opponent from playing cards for a few turns, you might be okay with just playing 2 lock pieces and then passing the turn.
But again, seeing Adrian take out a lot of 1-drops, maybe the Chalice on 1 won't have too big an effect now.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Adrian's opted to go to 6. He does have that Force of Will in hand, can stop that turn 1 Chalice. Oh, except... Is he going to 5? That is a shame. That hand does not look very good either, but he's opted to keep it with the holding on to hope and that Academy Ruins that we mentioned before. That should have been in Jerry's deck. Oh, he does have an island as well. So.
He does. He has Island and Academy Ruins and a Deathrite that he can't cast.
Yeah, look.
But he has Abrupt Decay in case that becomes relevant.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely got 5 cards not wanting to go to 4, which is very reasonable.
Which, for most combo decks that aren't Storm or Reanimator, I guess.
Yeah, look. And we're going to see this Chalice on 1. Cannot counter it because of the Force of Will no blue card, the one of the worst combos of Magic. He did end up pulling that Polluter Delta, so he'd be pretty happy about that.
Yep.
He scratched to the bottom, right?
He did scry the Food Chain to the bottom.
Okay.
Which is reasonable when you don't have coloured mana.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just looking for lands, and thankfully he found it, so...
But unfortunately, that Deathrite Shaman not going to resolve if it comes down.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely all of the opinion... to play stuff into Chalice and see how you go. But I think Adrian's probably got... he's better off trying to resolve that perilous voyage and get rid of it, then play his Death Ray.
Unfortunately, that perilous voyage would cost 3 now.
Unlucky.
Yep.
But he will get the dream of scrying 2, like we mentioned. It's all coming up.
I'm thinking now, with that Wasteland out, getting a Bayou, I guess, would be the black land he would get. You'd have to get a basic island, I guess.
Yeah. He could just snap off this Trinket Mage. There's no real reason not to. He can get his Walking Ballista. He can get his Pithing Needle if he decided to bring it in. It does stop Ink Moth.
Oh, Ink Moth. Yeah, it's true. That would be very good.
So he'll be able to at least stop the win con.
Unfortunately, it would get countered by Chalice.
The Trinket Mage?
The Pithing Needle.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, if your opponent remembers it, of course. But... he's probably just leaving it up because it's a blue card for his Force and he doesn't want things to get worse.
And getting rid of the Academy Ruins.
Yeah, look, it's a good utility land. He's not getting rid of the island. He's not getting rid of the polluted delta. I mean, you may as well.
And I guess in a deck where you want to be making them sack permanents, you don't want them to be able to get artifacts back.
And it seems that Jerry's decided to start the clock now. So we're seeing 1 infect coming out, and in a mere 10 more turns, near 9 more turns, we'll see may see the end of Adrian if he can't pull something out pretty quickly. He does have the Abrupt Decay. We're seeing an interesting choice on adding infect counters on the overlay, but
yeah, this was a very a very quick thing we had to do. We didn't consider infect.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're filming stuff live. You know, sometimes things just don't go exactly how you'd like it to. But hey, it's a bizarre first for CBR MTG having to record infect.
No one in Canberra plays infect.
Oh, poor Phil. No, Phil does, and he's just never made it onto camera. But look, we'll get him on so we can show off our new way of recording infect.
We made these infect trackers now.
Just for you. Yes, but we're seeing a continuation of the Ink Moth just chipping in for those little bits of damage.
Yep.
I mean, Adrian's not doing anything. He's not able to cast any spells. He's not drawing any lands. Yeah. Like, he's just gonna...
Not being able to counter anything either by not having 3 mana under the Trinisphere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's not even be able to cast anything if he wants it to. But I mean, we'll see if it takes another 7 more turns for Jerry to pull out this win. But I mean, Adrian's got so much gas in his hand. It's just that this Trinisphere and this Chalice is just stopping it dead in its tracks.
It's unfortunate, but it's very good for Jerry, and that's why prison decks are a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just get to deny.
Yeah.
Deny.
Yeah, exactly. Stopping people from having fun is almost like having your own type of fun.
And Abrupt Decay is live now if Adrian fetches a Bayou.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he will have to pay 3 for it, but he can kill that Ink Moth.
He can kill the Ink Moth, or he can kill the Chalice, depending on whether he cares about 6 more turns of Infect.
Yeah, well, God, best of luck to him, that's for sure.
I think there might be another judge call. Again, there are a few in this match, and I think Jerry's getting a interaction check.
Yeah, we'll see.
Part of his hand.
You definitely can't Abrupt Decay the Ink Moth Nexus as well. Non-land permanent.
Oh yeah, true. There we go.
I forget that it's still a land, unfortunately.
But it's uncounterable.
Yeah, look, but it's uncounterable.
It cannot be countered by rules.
That's reasonable. Yeah, but he will be able to take out the Trinisphere, and at least probably try to get some game down. Like, he can take out the Trinisphere, like maybe play out.
But depending what's in his hand,
something.
like taking out the Chalice might be better.
Yeah, sure.
Because he does have 3 mana.
Yeah, so we can just start paying for stuff.
Yeah.
We're playing.
What is that?
Flagstones of Trokir, the one that gets yourself for planes. That's pretty interesting. Smokestack tech.
Yeah,
because you sacrifice it. Yeah.
I like that.
It appears to be a legendary land as well, so he's having to abide by the legendary rules, but at least he gets a...
now we have some infect counters.
All right.
I'm glad it's legendary, otherwise I think decks that run like Armageddon or something would be would be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. No downfall.
Destroy all lands. Yeah. I get all my lands back.
I wouldn't put it past Jerry to be playing some kind of mass land destruction, considering he's playing these Crucibles, but it might just not be worth it in the end, I think, considering he still plays Ink Moth as his seemingly only win con. I do like the idea of a one win con deck. You know, it brings you back to the old Core Go days of Standard.
Having the Crucible and the Flagstones is pretty good. That's a pretty good tech.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's ramp right there.
Tap ramp. Or at least one of them comes in untapped.
Yeah, look. He's going to pay 1 life for this, and he's going to sacrifice a card. Like,
I think that's a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's like got he's actually able to start killing stuff now. Like, he's just going to try and stop Jerry as much as he can. But this Abrupt Decay has got to do a lot of work. Thankfully, he found his 4th land, so not that it truly matters, but he can cast 4 drops.
Yep. He's almost able to hard cast Force of Will.
Yes, so lucky, so lucky. We'll see what he opts to do. I think I kind of just like...
I like Abrupt Decay,
liking
but
Abrupt
you could
Decay.
wait.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely wait just in case Jerry has any sort of plans to play anything out himself.
Oh no, he's going to Trinket Mage.
Okay.
Probably for Pithing Needle, if he still has it in his deck.
Well, maybe for, maybe just get Walking Ballista, Abrupt Decay the thing, and then just try, like... It looks like he's thumbing Walking Ballista to the front at least.
Yeah,
so.
as a target.
Well, I mean, it also kills Inkmoth Nexus.
So I think I was right in that he did have Pithing Needle in his deck, and then he sided it out.
Sure.
And I think now he's just realizing that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get Walking Ballista.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, Jerry has some interesting cards in hand as well that shouldn't be looked over either, because he is running a Humility, and he's also running a couple of Oblivion Ring, the strictly better Swords to Plowshares when you have Chalice on 1 and a Trinisphere down.
Inkmoth is a 1/1, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
So just getting the Blister on 2 might be enough to just kill it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth a try. He's gonna have to do something about this Inkmoth, because, I mean, five turns is still 5 turns, you know. But
Humility. That's going to stop a Ballista.
Yeah, it's definitely going to stop a Ballista.
And I think we do get another judge call on interactions between Humility and Walking Ballista, whether it comes in with counters.
If I'm not mistaken, it doesn't come in with counters, but it comes in as a 1/1.
Thanks to the new rule, it comes in without counters.
Yeah, cool. Rough.
Yep. It comes in as a 1/1 with nothing to do.
Fair enough. And I guess his Inkmoth is also a 1/1 because it doesn't have an effect anymore. If it ever turns into a creature. But we'll see. Look, cards are hard, and that's why Legacy is such a fun format.
Sure now. I feel like it still does.
But look, the important thing is Trinket Mage is a 1/1, so that's all you need to know.
It is.
But yeah, we're just getting the judge call on the Humility. Not a often played Legacy card, that's for sure.
No, I have seen it more recently now with like a blue-white... is it Energy Field?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I've seen it in those decks.
Yeah.
Or in some other weird decks, but I like the card, and it's got good art, so you should play cards with good art.
That's exactly right.
Just so other people get to see them.
We had a CanCon top 8 by a fellow in Melbourne. He's a good friend of CBR MTG. He picked up the deck the day before, and he said, I want to play Helm of Obedience and Rest in Peace. And his friend was like, all right. He built a Legacy deck, and he made it all the way to the top 8. He did pretty well. But Energy Field goes really well in that deck.
Yep.
Because essentially, never ever taking damage forever.
Yep.
So long
get
as
that Rest in Peace out, and you're good.
Yeah, absolutely. But could be a good card in Legacy. But it certainly makes the matches go long with these Humilities and Trinispheres and Tangle Wires. Lots of judge calls. Judges. The GP is getting their money's worth out of these judges, that's for sure.
Yes, this was a lot of looking up on their strange pocket judge devices, which may have been phones.
Hey, look, secret pocket devices.
But no, we love the judges, and they were a lot of help on the day. So
yeah, they did a really good job. We came on the day. We said, hey, we've got all this camera footage, and someone told us somewhere that we were allowed to come and film. Is that all right? Channel Fireball team made it work, so kudos to them. We got set up in the corner and came, 5 or 6 hours had passed, and we went, let's go home. They were long days, but they were good days, so it was worth it. We're seeing Adrian possibly making good time of his downtime by saying hi to his mum.
Yeah.
So, hi mum.
Hi Adrian's mum.
Yeah. And we'll make sure that Adrian's mum gets this footage. So that she's able to truly appreciate it.
So that she knows the other weekend he said hi to her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very important. Also, Humility being 4 mana, he's never going to be able to get rid of it with this Abrupt Decay.
No.
Perilous Voyage.
Yeah, there you go.
We're waiting for it to come out. Waiting for the good quality. We'll see.
We're just waiting on these judges.
Hell yeah. So what can we do on Adrian's side to still win this game? Because he's not going to be able to play this Walking Ballista anymore.
Well, you can play it and it's a 1/1, which isn't great with a infect creature on the other side that also has flying. So
it also turns off Miss Hologriffin, right? God, it turns off a lot of garbage. Yeah, so like we could just see a battle of the 1/1s, right? And just who puts down the most 1/1s can win.
Yeah,
that's the true power of.
Unfortunately for Adrian, I don't think he wins that battle, especially if he's having to pay 3 for all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which could be maybe getting rid of the Trinisphere is a good plan then, but even then, I think he has Strixes at 2 mana that won't get countered by the Chalice. I think it's just not looking very good for Adrian at this point.
Yeah, we saw an interesting deck on the weekend that was playing the new Humility coming out of Hour of Devastation.
The
Overwhelming Splendor. I'm pretty sure it's 9 mana, but it's very expensive. But it's one-sided, so a little bit fairer than the. A little bit fairer than the Humility, but
you bring it in
that's a card.
against Show and Tell and drop it in.
Oof, secret tech. We found the secret tech against Show and Tell. But yeah, that was in the. I think we have them on footage, so hopefully we'll be able to play it in this bulk of videos. But it was played in that Nixfit deck. Yeah, that was a very, very cool.
Nixfit, I've seen make a resurgence as well. A few Academy Rector decks coming back.
I mean, Academy Rector is just such a good card. Like,
I think with the curse that gives their creatures -1/-1 and Dubscape. Just that combo. I think
literally
people
cannot win.
Appeal to them.
Overwhelming Splendor being 8 mana enchant player. It's a curse. Creatures enchanted player controls loses all abilities and have base power and toughness 1/1. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. That's a strong curse. I'm feeling the Overwhelming Splendor right now, that's for sure. But those Nixfit decks worked really well. The Academy Rector is saying that when it dies, you can exile it instead. So an ability that can be stifled, surprisingly enough. But if you do, you can just search your library for an enchantment and put it on the battlefield. And now suddenly, we have these huge curses, like Curse of Death's Hold, which is what you said before. Creatures enchanted player controls get -1/-1, and Dubscape. And then, look, you just win the game on the spot.
All your spells become 1/1s, and then all your 1/1s die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he's Abrupt Decaying the Trinisphere here,
which is completely reasonable.
Yeah.
And also Nixfit is like a perfect shell for it, right? Because you can kind of just hardcast them at some point as well. Because,
yeah, exactly. You're getting that much mana.
Yeah, with the Veteran Explorer interaction.
Yeah, with Cabal Therapy.
Yeah, it makes it really good.
You're disrupting and you're getting tons of mana. It's a really appealing deck to me because I like ramping.
Yeah.
And I like discarding. Or making the opponent discard.
Big idiots.
Yeah.
Our friend played it a very long time ago, and we were talking about the meta game where you have because what you want to do is you want to turn 1 Cabal Therapy, turn 2 Veteran Explorer flashback Cabal Therapy. So you're trying to figure out in the blind, looking at your opponent, what card is in their hand. It was that was good fun.
Yeah. But now Eternal Scourge coming down as a 1/1.
Yeah, look, this is definitely just going to be the battle of the 1/1s, but
with Adrian already on 7 Infect, and Infect being a up to 10 rather than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's definitely losing this race.
At least there's a possibility that Adrian could play a Sylvan Library and start just trying to maybe get another Abrupt Decay for the Chalice, and then play Brainstorms, and then get get something to the Perilous Voyage to get rid of the Humility, and then he can start just winning. He can just still set himself up to win with Food Chain and just wait until he can bounce that Humility and then go for it. They're playing the slow game now.
Winning with Food Chain though, if he can't have the Blister plan, I guess having the Abrupt Decay,
you just set it up, and then
you need the
wait till
spell.
you bounce the Humility and then go for it.
Ugh, I don't know if he can do that in 3 turns. That's a lot of planning.
Yeah.
A lot of stars need to align.
Yeah, a lot of things have to go right. That's for sure.
Going to 8 Infect now.
Yeah, is this still Infect damage?
It is. Has to do with layers, and I'm not a judge, so I don't have to worry about layers. But apparently they happen on the same layer, so you can it becomes a 1/1 with flying infect when it
Yeah.
becomes a creature.
The only layers that I care about are layers on a lasagna. Am I right? I don't have 5 layers, fair enough. But yeah, look, layers, that's important. But the good news is that Jerry can definitely squeeze out this win thanks to the Ink Moth no longer being a 1/1 with no abilities.
Yeah.
It
Definitely has words on it that do things, such as flying and infect.
Wow. Now the moat is perfect.
Yes.
You know?
Well, the moat makes sense now, having it mainboard when your win con is.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly. When you have humility, it makes the moat a whole lot better. Yeah,
Now,
could just be lights out for Adrian at this point.
Yeah,
There's,
I have a feeling.
a lot of things have to go
And
right.
there's moat.
Yeah.
And I think now.
Possibly
You
scoop
just
it up.
scoop it up.
Well, I mean, what are we waiting on?
Oh no, he
Like,
doesn't force a will. He can force it if he wants.
Well, I mean, I probably do, right? He might just. It looks like he's just hardcasting this Force of Will. Like, why the heck not?
Did he sacrifice an underground? Scene?
No, he's no, he's just accidentally put it in his graveyard.
Yeah.
But
okay.
he's definitely paying 5 for that spell, so there's no underground sea happening there. But yeah, we're gonna see this. We'll see the underground sea come back. Don't worry about that. But for now, it's just gonna have a little rest in the graveyard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll. Adrian's feeling lucky. Adrian's feeling lucky.
Yeah, here we
Going
go.
off the top.
Nope.
It's that Baleful Strix.
That
With no
does not win him the
abilities.
game, unfortunately.
It does cost him mana to cast this. That's pretty good.
Yeah. You can
Yes.
totally cast that spell.
Scooping it up.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, this Baleful Strix blocks the Syncmoth Nexus," and then decides against it, considering the Oracle text on.
And there's the pithing needle, and yeah, just waving it in front of him.
Angry that he didn't side it out.
Yeah, well, he didn't side it in. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, with the chalice down, he'd still need his bounce spell, but I guess he could have abrupt decayed it.
Yeah, look,
He had the abrupt decay in hand.
he did
for
have the
ages.
Abrupt Decay. He was tossing up maybe playing the Engine Explosives, but I think
I don't know.
He's bringing back in the Baleful Strix. That's completely reasonable.
Yeah.
He's definitely trying something.
It's fine. Under chalice, yeah, go for it.
But it's coming down to the big one, the one that matters. So we're going into match 3 with Adrian taking the first game and Jerry taking the second game. So we'll see. Adrian's definitely making some sideboard changes, but seems that Jerry's pretty happy with his build.
Yeah, I think it's good. I really like the mono white stacks deck that Jerry's brought to the table. It's definitely done some work, and even if it's just swinging with a 1/1 with infect, it's a lot of fun.
It's a good way to shake up the meta. That's
I think
for
he did say it was his friend's deck
Okay.
that he is using.
His friend is a very trusting fellow.
Yes, his
That looked
foiled
like-
out stacks deck.
Yeah, a lot of expensive cards.
Yeah,
No foil mode though. For shame.
Nah.
For shame.
just paint some foil on it. Just get some alfoil and
Yeah.
put it on the card.
Yeah. That also works.
Yeah, that's how you foil a card.
But yeah, we'll do a quick pile count and then a real shuffle, and then we'll go down into game 3.
As we know, pile counting is not shuffling.
Yeah. Look, it's fun. It's fun to have those inside jokes, but here we are. Here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, look, and we're going for the extra pile shuffle just to double check.
I think I do.
Does someone tell him?
I think I do tell him because I'm off to the side there.
Yeah, good, because it is the rules.
I may have missed this time though.
You can only pile count once per game.
Once per game. Yeah.
It also
okay, there
just
we go.
takes a long time.
That's when I told him.
Yeah. Well, that's good that we have the mini judge, aka the person on the camera.
The no judge.
Yeah, saying, "Hey, sure you're allowed
Please
to do that."
Because we're on camera.
Yeah.
This match is already a bit overtime. Well, it's not overtime, but it's going a bit long.
Yeah, look, it's not your average modern game, that's for sure. We've been hosting a lot of modern on CBR MTG lately, and it's easy to film, record, and commentate on a 20-minute match, but these ones make you really appreciate Legacy. You know, these 50-minute games.
It's also very good that we got to see some variety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's not every day you see mono white stacks, and even Food Chain doesn't come up that often.
Absolutely.
With the printing of Walking Blister, it's come back in a big way, I think.
Oh, it looks like Adrian's decided to bring in the Diabolic Edict. I think I saw it in the sideboard
just
game
to get
too.
the ink moth.
I mean, if you have
like
one
that.
win con
Yeah.
and it's a ink moth, then that's great.
Yep, I like that. I like it.
Also, noticeably gets around Chalice, so
It does indeed.
being two mana instead of
2
one.
mana removal, so broken.
Oh my gosh.
Ban it.
Yeah, exactly. I think he definitely saw it game 2 and was like, not worth it. But then, I mean, Adrian hasn't seen a win con come out of Jerry yet,
Other than
except
the
for
ink
the
moth.
ink moth. So it's just,
Surely you must have some other artifacts, maybe a worm coil engine, maybe. I don't know.
Look.
We didn't get a list off Jerry, unfortunately, but
yeah. We're a bit a minute from list because we were pushing people out in and out as quickly as possible.
Yep.
But this hand from Adrian is starting to really shape up a lot better than his
yeah,
second.
I like that. That's a good hand.
It's definitely got that pithing needle, which he's probably happy to
I'm going to
see.
keep this.
Yeah,
I'm going to
after
slam it down and name Inkmoth Nexus straight away.
Yeah, after shaking it vigorously, he's decided that it's a good one. It's probably a good idea to hold up that spell
Hold up spell pierce for Chalice. Yeah, seems like a good idea.
because
Oh,
it's this
here we
first
go.
turn that's going to.
Nope.
Okay.
No turn 1
I think
Chalice.
it's that turn 1, turn 2 that's really crucial. Like, if he's probably hoping to play Trinisphere turn 2, might even not. Oh, he might play out the Pithing Needle and then hold up Spell Pierce again. But okay, playing out Deathrite seems like a lot of better opportunity anyway. Pithing Needle doesn't have Summoning Sickness, so it's good to get the Deathrite out sooner rather than later.
That is true. And getting 3 mana is very important for Adrian. That is his magic number.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. He does have that Ancient Tomb in hand, so he could theoretically play a 4-drop, but he's opted to play the Plains instead, hoping to play out some sort of interruption in the form of
that is
a
O-Ring.
Oblivion Ring.
Yes.
Yes, Premier removal. Yeah,
And having the spell pierce for it, that is very good.
yeah. I think he'd be pretty happy about that. It's not a Trinisphere, it's not a Chalice, but
It's a
it
thing
helps.
that gets rid of your Deathrite Shaman. So,
Yeah. And this helps Adrian get to 4 mana on turn 3, which might be relevant. I mean, you're still wanting to play that food chain.
It's
as
enough
soon as
to
possible.
hard custom Miss Holy Griffin as well.
Yeah, exactly. Just get it on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Also, like now, I mean, you can spread it out. He's got Diabolic Edict and Pithing Needle
another
and
land,
1
that's
more
very
mana. Yeah.
Yeah, Strix getting another card, filling his hand up, getting close to that food chain.
And play out this land, and then
Also, fetching basics pretty aggressively. I guess seeing Wastelands from Jerry.
I mean, seeing Wasteland and Crucible is like a good enough reason to
Yeah.
start the game with basics.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
Not the direction he wants to take, having himself being strip locked out of the game, as well as you're having to fight off a Stax or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a Tangle Wire. But,
And again, still having Edict up if he needs it.
Yeah. I mean, poor Jerry's not really finding the lock pieces that he wants. I mean, that moat just sort of sitting dead in his hand once again. He's probably going to play it out. I mean, because why not? But
Well, it's not going
great.
to do much against a Baleful Strix. And I
yeah,
think
exactly.
Adrian says fine.
Yeah,
I'm not attacking you with this Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, he doesn't even have the option, even if he wanted to. Now.
Nope, not anymore.
But yeah, we'll see. It could be.
You might just get the Bayou here, or is he going to go for the...
He might go for the
Just for another basic?
another basic land, but he definitely needs to.
He does have a Bayou in hand.
Okay,
so-
yeah, sure. I think he's just searching his library for any more basics. If he has a basic forest, he's not able to get it with that polluted
No.
delta, so he's just
Hey,
going to
just
get
go for the
this.
Underground Sea. That seems fine.
Sure. He's definitely.
And he's going to cast
He's definitely going to cast a spell, a 2-mana spell, if my memory serves correctly.
Edict himself. Oh no, he's just making him lose.
Ah, yeah,
There
of
we go.
course. The best 2-mana spell in all Legacy.
Yeah.
Tap Deathrite Shaman.
Yep.
Yeah, look, edicting yourself, probably one of the worst plays that you could take, but, you
Do
know.
it in response to an Oath Trigger. That's how you win.
Ooh, get him.
Get him.
Absolutely get him. But, he has the Stifle Bird. He is going to be able to, I mean, he can do something. He can stifle some kind of trigger, but it might be...
Ooh.
He's just going to play it out.
He's just going to
Fair
play
enough.
it. Just race him in the air. Just go for it.
Yeah, look, that moat, not very good. Adrian on his flying just on his flying idiot brigade.
And I think this is very good, and now the pithing needle as well.
Yeah.
So
and he's able to play that food chain. Like this is looking pretty good. It might
Adrian firmly in the lead, I think now.
Yeah, not even holding back with these attacks as well. Like he's able to play this food chain. He's opting not to. Probably just playing it a little bit safer. Maybe he's trying to go down on the aggro plan, but he's got the pithing needle. He's killed the win con of the deck. We'll see if any other win cons come out of Jerry's side, but yeah, look, I think it's well within Adrian's prerogative to just start pinging in the air.
Yeah, I think he's sitting pretty now, so I think now he just goes for it.
It could be okay to just play the food chain.
Play the Mistella Griffin.
Yeah, cool.
More flyers.
So he has infinite. He has infinite mana next turn. But if he doesn't have any win cons in hand, he may as well just beat face.
Well, it does also allow him to swing, sack, play, and then have it up. It's basically just vigilance.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a very, very hard to assemble vigilance. Yeah, but look.
It's the power of food chain. It's very good.
Yeah, it's a very good combo, that's for sure. Maybe Adrian could start peeling. He's not even fighting against a chalice, so any cantrips that he pulls out is just in complete value.
But Jerry, very close to death here, so he needs to pull off some sort of miracle.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it was on 2 life. Yeah, that could be lights out. Could be lights out for our poor Jerry, but Adrian might not even play the.
He's checking the English version of the card.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He's just gonna cast Edict. Fair enough.
I think it was discard a card.
Oh, fair enough. That makes much more sense.
All right. And Jerry's scooping up.
Yeah, he's decided to eat the eat. Oh, so he's he's playing the Edict, sacrificing something that isn't one of his that isn't his death right, and then eating it with the death right to get those final 2 points of damage.
Okay, fair enough.
To prevent himself from having to pass the turn. Seems like a pretty good strategy.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in once again. We'll have many more Legacy, Modern, and Highlander action waiting for us on the other side, so please stay tuned.
Bye.